Maybe I was wrong about Russell Findlay. I'm not too proud to admit when I can be wrong sometimes. And maybe I was wrong because in this week's council by-elections, although it's only council of course, the Conservatives made 4 gains and took 4 seats from the SNP. Admittedly all in the Aberdeenshire area, which is a pretty Tory area anyway for the most part. But then again, someone like Stephen Flynn relies very heavily of course on votes from the Aberdeenshire area. So in central Buchan, the Tory party got 41% of the vote, while the SNP only managed 28% of the vote. In Mearns, the Tories managed 39% of the vote, while the SNP only managed 24% of the vote. In Elgin City South, or Murray, the SNP got 32.2% of the vote, while the Tories managed 31.6%. But with the transferable vote system in Scotland, that meant the Tories were elected there as well. And in Fraserburgh, the Tories managed 36.3% of the vote, while the SNP managed 28.4%. It's only fair to note that the SNP's vote share, as I've said a few times now, is not collapsing. It only went down in Murray by 3.3%, and in Mearns it went down by 8.3%. But in Fraserburgh, for example, it went up by 8%, and at Buchan it went down by 2.6%. So what we're seeing here is the Labour vote completely collapsing, and in some of these seats the Labour Party couldn't even find a candidate to stand, probably because they think it's a waste of time. But you're going to see a hell of a lot of this now, not just in Scotland either by the way, all over the country. Rural areas, Aberdeenshire relying on the fossil fuel industry, no doubt farming as well, places in England and Wales that rely on farming. They can't possibly vote for a Labour Party that wants to take all their land away. Anything worth over £1 million, which is the vast majority of farms, are going to be lost forever to big conglomerates who are going to put solar panels on it or housing estates on them. And who in their right mind is going to vote for a socialist land grab?